Video taken from Low Budget Stories.
I just want to make this video and talk about what these workplaces expect from you for a measly $20 an hour, especially when it comes to warehousing and operating forklift, operating on reach truck, and being an order picker. And before I get into that, I have to say that I'm not a content creator. I don't do this normally. I did start a channel called the Working Man channel, but it hasn't gained any traction, so I'm posting on this channel. So basically last night, my supervisor, right, is asking me if for this week, can I just work a little faster? Granted, I'm the most hardest working person that he has there, right? One of them. He's gotten some new employees, but also the issue is that we are understaffed by two people who have left that job, because you know how these jobs are, right? They give the people low wage and then they wonder why people are quitting and why they can't keep staff, and then they rely heavily on the people who work hard, right? So it's so frustrating, and I had to tell him that after, because you know what, I was kind of doing something, and I went back to him and told him, listen, honestly, I told him about the pay. I told him that I'm working hard enough, and it's not humanly possible to go faster when you're driving a machine that has a set speed, and you have to be accurate and you have to be safe. I was honestly thinking maybe I should call a goddamn human right board on these people, to be honest, because it's like the advantage that these companies are taking is crazy. Just like it reminds me of the UN in 2024 when they wrote the article that Canada and the foreign worker program is a breeding ground for contemporary modern day slavery, bro. And a lot of these companies, and mind you, I work for a US company that's operating in Canada. So, some of these people, they know what they're doing. And you know what, my supervisor, actually my lead hand, he's a cool guy. There's nothing wrong with him per se. He's nice, but I know all of this stuff comes from the upper management. And I always wonder, right? Since we are down two-person, right, that normally work on our shift, you never see us being the ones that's working there getting the kickback and saying, hey guys, well, we're short staffed this much people, so you're gonna be picking up the slack. Here's an extra even $2 while we find some other people. I know that's wishful thinking, but wouldn't that be fucking nice? That's crazy. But anyway, I want to talk about that and the fact that, you know what, we're going to work, we're driving our vehicles, we're paying mad car insurance, we're paying high car payment, and now we have the gas price. It's like you can't get a break. And my thing is, the price that they're paying us, obviously anybody could use a little bit more on their job. But what else kills me is that, it's just that you can't find a way to get a break, bro. When you're tired to the maximum and you just wish you could even take a vacation or whatever, I'm putting myself in that frame of mind, but it's kind of it's always I'm starting from the beginning again. But I need a break from this shit, man. But there's no break because the bills, they eat everything. So it's kind of I drive around the workplace and I'm like, where's the hope? I don't see any hope, bro. What hope do I have? And I'm like, fuck, bro. So it's kind of if you are a person who have some savings and you could quit a job and even take a break or go looking for another job, and realistically quitting your job is not word to the wise right now. So I mean, even if you have some savings, it's going to be difficult trying to find another job. So, and I think the companies knowing that as well is why they treat people like they do, bro. And I've mentioned this before to one of my management, and what my lead hand said last night is to bring it up in any upcoming meetings or anything like that. But my thing is, I don't have that much time. I'm thinking about quitting that job right now. Trust me. I mean, I'm not gonna say that to them right now, but as soon as something comes up, I am gone. And me being one of their best worker, good luck with whatever the hell they got going on in that company, because bro, I want out. It's absolutely crazy what you do on a daily basis for these people for the low end of a $20. And I have to talk about the upper management, right? And what's crazy is, right, this job, they have this little incentive where if you work and you meet a quota, right? Then you get a little measly $100 for the month, bro. And you know what's crazy? The management, I've heard they make $500. Meanwhile, they do nothing. It's the employees that do all of the work, and then the manager sits in the office, and I guess maybe he designed the I don't know if he did or not, the program, but he makes that money. And how is that, bro? This is what I hate about the system. Look, They have no respect, these companies, for hard workers, no respect for laborers, none. It's, you know what? And I know some people are watching this video and be like, hey, bro, what do you think? Why didn't you go and get an education and shit like that? Yeah, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? There's a million motherfucker who was working hard and working these jobs and shit like that, bro. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it should be this way and whatever. It's just this way because people take advantage. You know what's crazy too? Forget that. You know what's crazy though? Like I said, the upper management, they push the lead hand to get all of this work done, bro, and to pay us absolutely garbage rate. And these people now, they start implementing like a company lunch. Like, brother, we don't want lunch. I don't want the lunch, bro. Give us the money. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm gonna stop the video out there, y'all. Let me know if y'all like this shit, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of rants on like some of the workplace bullshit that I have to deal with, because I spend too much time at the workplace and it's just too stressful.